I've never met like a mean person in musical theater. You know what I mean? Like everyone is just like, is a dork together.
Hi, I am Brookelynn, and I am with Yes Broadway. We're here with Emma Hunton
Hi.
from the Mad Ones and
Yes.
my favorite Freaky Friday.
Yes.
So I'm out of town. I'm from Arkansas, so I haven't seen either of those shows.
Oh, you missed
But
it.
the whole team is obsessed with you.
Oh,
completely obsessed. So
thanks.
tell me about the Mad Ones, about Freaky Friday, just a little bit about you, the shows that you've been doing.
Well, I moved to New York when I was 16 to do my first Broadway show. I was in Spring Awakening, and my career has sort of like taken off at like a really great pace. I've gotten to do Next to Normal and Rent off Broadway. I did the tour of Wicked, which is like a dream role, I feel like, for every girl aspiring to be a musical
Alphabet,
theater.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after Wicked, I was fortunate enough to do a workshop of Freaky Friday. And the best thing about that show was that I got to work with Heidi Blickenstaff, who is a queen and the coolest, most talented chick I've ever met in my life. She's become so close to me in like such a very intense way. I love her so much. And that was and Tom Kitt, Brian Yorkie, like they really know how to write a musical. Chris Ashley was our director, and it was like right before he won the Tony for Come From Away, so it was a very exciting time for our company. And I just closed the Mad Ones in December with Stephen Brackett was our director, who I've been telling everyone, if you get a chance to work with Stephen Brackett, work with Stephen Brackett, because he's just such a gem. And Brian Loudermilk and Kate Kerrigan wrote the book and the music and the lyrics, and it was the most intense thing I've ever done. It's very intense subject matter and like very high notes. All in like packed within an hour and a half. It was like the most intense musical I think I've ever done.
Of which you hit all of the high notes, I'm sure.
I tried. I did my best.
So we're at BroadwayCon.
Yes.
BroadwayCon.
My God.
So what is BroadwayCon to you?
BroadwayCon to me is like, I feel like growing up in musical theater, it's always been such a safe space, and it's a place where people can really encourage you to be yourself, and you find like-minded people, and I've never met like a mean person in musical theater. You know what I mean? Like everyone is just like, is a dork together, and
Yeah.
that's kind of what BroadwayCon is to me. Like, it's so cute because I meet these girls that are like so excited to meet me, and I'm just as excited to meet them, because I think it's like such an honor that people want my autograph or like to take a picture. I was saying to my husband before he came over here, I was like, no one will probably want to take a picture with me, but that's fine. And like they asked me to be here, and I've always wanted to come to BroadwayCon, so I was super excited when they asked me last year to join them this year. So it's definitely a bucket list.
Yay!
Yeah.
What is a show that you've seen recently that you are just obsessed with?
What did I see recently that I was obsessed with? Because I've been working a lot, the thing that sucks is that, you have the same schedule as everyone else, so you don't have a lot of time to go see other shows. But I saw Something Rotten on the Road, which my friend Josh Grossetti was in, and Heidi and I went and saw it in Cleveland, and I loved that. I didn't get a chance to see it on Broadway. I didn't get a chance to see Heidi, which sucks, but I loved Something Rotten. Oh, I saw Hamilton, but everyone loves, like, what am I gonna come on here and be like, I saw Hamilton, it was okay.
Everybody loves Hamilton.
Like, yeah.
Who was your cast for Hamilton?
So I went to the LA opening, so
Okay.
I had Michael Luoy, who I did Witness Uganda with.
That's awesome.
Emmy Rainbow Lampman was Angelica, and she was my standby in Wicked, so like, I got to like cheer on my friends and see the show for the first time, which was like, very overwhelming and like emotional, and I just went up to them after. I was like, you're so great, you're always so good, oh my God, it's so nice to see you, like from the audience perspective, and not have to like look over at them on stage and see what they're doing in their show. It's like,
you had Joshua Henry as your Burr.
Yes.
Right? And
oh
he's
my
my
gosh.
favorite Burr.
Well, I have nothing to compare him to, but like he's amazing.
Yes, he's
just
so dark.
He's so he's such an incredible performer. And like to be able to see him dance, because he's such a leading man, that like, so to like get him to watch him do the choreography was an awesome switch up for roles he's usually played.
Yeah, that's great. So are you gonna get to see him in Carousel?
I don't know. Here's the thing, is like Broadway shows are hard to get tickets to. You
I
know what I
know.
mean? Like, right? Like, even when you're on Broadway, it's hard to get tickets to go see. Like, everyone thinks, like, you can just, like, pop on over. It's really hard.
Knock on the door.
I have friends in Hamilton who are like, I can get you seats in 6 years. I'm like, that's nice. And they're like $5,000. But my husband and I have been talking about, we really want to go see The Play That Goes Wrong. I really want to go see my girl Lily Cooper and SpongeBob. Like, there's a couple shows that I really want to hit up this season. We haven't had a chance to see anything this season because we just moved back in November, but I'm so excited to finally have a chance to go out and see some stuff.
SpongeBob I was skeptical a
Really?
little bit. Yeah, the premise, it's very Hamiltonian in that the premise is kind of bizarre, but then you see it and it's like everything you want out of a Broadway show
I can't
ever.
wait. I'm so excited. I did Spring Awakening with Lily Cooper, so I love cheering my friends on in the audience. Like, that is almost cooler to me than being in the show, because it's hard being in a show.
Yeah.
But when you get to, like, sit in the audience and cheer people on, they're like, I know that person.
That's great.